jolly day. Would you like to try a peach mango pie with the surprise side of a Phoenix Wright makeout stream? Because if you do, then let's go ahead and get started.
Did I do it right? Did I do it right? No, am I on the wrong screen? Wait, no. I forgot to turn off. I forgot to turn off my my studio mode. Well, anyways, hey guys, welcome in. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's fine. Welcome in, guys. Hi, surprise. Welcome to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Yeah. Oh.
Happy Tuesday in it.
Happy Tuesday, innit? Momo, thank you so much for 2 months in the Superstar Sub Club. Has it really only been 2 months? Really? I feel like you've been around for longer, but anyways, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, surprise stream. I don't have a schedule this week because, schedules don't work with my ADHD. But I just got back from a session, and I actually got back at like around 4 o'clock, so I had some rest time, and I figured, you know what, let's play some Ace Attorney today because I did not stream on Sunday, because as usual, I was out gallivanting with Reisna, but I'm home now. I'm here. I missed a kissing appointment. I'm here to make up that making out appointment. And yeah. CB, thank you so much for being first. Welcome in. Hello, Mumu. And also thank you so much for 2 months in the Superstar Sub Club. For those of you that do not know, at the end of this month, I am going on a trip to Japan. So if you guys are able to subscribe or gift any subs or anything like that, it would be greatly appreciated. And I will be writing down everyone's names on a shikishi board like we did last year. And I'll be taking that with me on my trip, and we'll take a picture at a nice little, I don't know, a good little photo spot. Last year, I took the picture of the shikishi board at Shinjuku National Park. Maybe this year we'll find another place to take a picture at. But if you guys sub or gift any subs, I will be sure to write down your guys' names. I'm planning on having that stream be like the Monday before I leave. So that would be on Monday the 22nd. We'll do that, and then the day after we'll do a karaoke stream. But yes, welcome in Mumu, welcome in CV, welcome in Mabufula, Lyra, howdy. Hi, hope you're doing well. I'm doing a lot better, Ginger. We can talk about that in a bit, but yeah, hi Ginger. And Evil, good to see you again. So, Sunday I went to go to... What? Sorry, my Spotify activated on accident. On Sunday I went to go to the Animate Los Angeles had like a collab with Clamp's Tokyo Babylon / X 1999. And of course, who else would be at an event for an old-ass anime that was from the year of the 1990s, when merch for something that, like, I thought no one would have cared about. No one but Evil was there. Just kidding. There's quite a few people there, actually. It was really nice to see all the hags at the, what I like to call the Clamp Retirement Home Convention. But it was nice to see you. And Yasmin, hello, welcome in. And Blue Moss, welcome in too. Yeah, it was just merch of like the series, which is like it's an unfinished series from the year 1999. We are getting a Clamp comeback though. Yeah, the Clamp is clapping back. They did the character designs for like a Netflix anime, I believe. It's like something about the Grimm Brothers or Grimm Brother Fairy Tales. Anime will be saved. She needs saving, that's for sure. But it was a good time. But I'm feeling a lot better now. So as you guys know, I was off for the past few days because I was just having a really, really, really rough time mentally. But I took some time. I rested. I got some good old healing. I was hanging out with Reisna and Carly and some good company. And I also talked to some friends, and I feel better now. And also today I got to record. You know, that's the best stuff, right? But thank you so much for the concern. I really, really appreciate it. Clamp always clapping my cheeks. No. Oh man. I will say though, I don't know anything about Tokyo Babylon or X 1999. I didn't know it was straight up like the main character is actually gay. Like he's fruity gay. Good for him. Obviously, there's still like some stipulations, asterisks with that. You know, there's some content that may or may not fly in the year 2024. But you know what? Clamp has always been pushing the envelope. I don't excuse it, but you know. What I will say though is I got this really cool piece of merch from the like exhibition. What would you call it? Like the event. So the main character, I guess, has this like sword. He's like an onmyoji. And I have this really cool prop. It's not a prop. It's like it's a letter opener knife. So, you know, like it's a dull knife that you would use to open letters. And it's supposed to be themed after his sword, which I thought was really cool. But it doesn't have like a handle or anything. So I figured, what could I put to hold it up? And I knew exactly what I had to make it work. May, welcome in. Good morning to you. Oh, Clamp. Toya and Yukito from Cardcaptor. My favorite pair of besties. They were cousins. You wouldn't be the same after reading Tokyo Babylon. It's finished and completed. Suffer with us. Well, Tokyo Babylon's finished, but then, like, if you want more, you go to X, and then X is not finished. But yeah, so this is the thing that I got. I feel bad though because I expected there to not be that many people and for it to not really be that popular. Surprisingly, there was quite a few people that were there, and there were people that came in after us too because we were there. Excuse me. We went there on the first day of the event's opening, and because Reisna really is a huge fan of Tokyo Babylon X 1999, and she tried finding. I'll explain. No, don't worry. Reisna already did it. There was merch that she bought. She bought a lot of merch, but the two things that she wasn't able to get were the sword and the T-shirt, which were sold out on the first day. And they said, we will do a restock at night. So if you come the next morning, then it'll be there. So I was like, okay, we can't beat around the bush. We need to get there early. We need to like camp out. So then we hit up. I didn't even hit up. I was talking to my friend Carly, and she's like, I want to go. And I was like, I didn't even say anything. I was just like, I made a group chat with us three, and I was like, see you there tomorrow. So then we all met up. She was there at like 9 a.m. She did not play. But it was worth it because when the store opened, mind you, the staff was taking pictures and videos, like laughing at us, but like, you had to come clock in at 6 a.m., so who's laughing now? When we went in, they had like 6 of these sword letter openers, and that was it. And then after that, like, there was like more than 6 people in line already. So we all went, we bought all the stuff. And then apparently, that's all the stock they had for the event. Like, they're not... Yeah, they've been telling people that's it. There's no more. There's no restocks. I was just like, I know this is niche, but like, holy crap. That's it. No more. That's it. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Also, why is the Ace Attorney badge like down there? Excuse me? But yeah, it was really interesting. There was a lot of stuff there. It was really cool. I don't really know anything about that series, so I just wanted to get the letter opener because I need something to open my letters, you know? But it was a nice time. Oh. I did see some nice stuff there though, because the Animate store is at Del Almo Mall, which is right next to a Mitsuwa Japanese market. There was a bunch of yummy Japanese food. So I want to ask you guys today's check-in question. If you guys could have dessert right now, what would dessert be? Because there's this really yummy place that had mochi donuts and crepes and mochi malasadas, and it all looked really yummy, so I'm going to share it with you guys because I did not share it on Twitter. You mentioned the rose-flavored ice ball last time, too. But here's the yummy. So the first thing you can see is the mochi malasada. Then we have the mochi donuts. But then if you look at the bottom, we have some clips. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with it. Why are you apologizing? Oh, cheesecake sounds yummy. The Kit Kat ice cream in my freezer. Ooh, yummy. The last time I went to the store was closed. No! The exhibition account even said not to proxy buy from Japan because we would get it all, but it was missing even the earrings, so little time left. No, that sucks. This is part 1. Here's part 2. More yummy. Yeah. Yummy. So this was the dessert that I saw. I could go for anything for dessert, but I was thinking about those clips. Maybe I'll get some when we go to Harajuku. Hey yo, these look scrumptious. They are, but what scrumptious desserts do you guys want?
A slice of coconut creme pie sounds good RNTBH.
Creme pie. Mapapula, thank you so much for 2 months in the Superstar Sub Club. You can't see me, but I put my hand in a 2 peace sign. I really appreciate it. Again, I can't believe you guys have only been here for 2 months. It feels like you guys have been here longer. I could devour a stadium-sized portion of tiramisu. Yummy. I don't know if you guys saw Kiro's stream about his trip here. If you guys haven't, let me give you guys the link to the direct VOD for it on YouTube. Because he literally goes into detail about every single moment of our trip, and he shares pictures of every single meal that we had. And when he went to Super Nintendo World, he got a tiramisu that was... So the tiramisu at the Super Nintendo World, it's like in the shape of like the Mario question mark block. Let me see if I can find his picture of it. I'm just gonna steal his content. He's my best friend, so I'll just steal his content. Here. It's kind of grainy quality, but... So here's his Mario burger. It was like a bacon cheeseburger. And then if you look at the back, there's a question mark block, which is actually a tiramisu. Yeah, please be sure to watch his VOD. Have you seen the random videos of a tiramisu drawer in kitchens? No, what? What? Oh, tiramisu sounds yummy. I need to buy like 10 of those little things. Man, imagine a Konstellations trip to like Universal. I'd either want to do Universal or Disneyland, but I think a Konstellations day would be really fun. But obviously, it would be kind of difficult because like, you know, it's not cheap for people to come to a meetup or anything like that. But if the logistics work out, you know? Constellation Day. Yeah, we should find a good day for a Constellation Day. I don't know what day that would be. Definitely not cheap to go there. Yeah. But yeah, so that was a little bit of what's been going on with me. As always, please feel free to let me know how you guys have been, especially since it's been a bit since I've seen you guys. I'm trying out different headphones than I normally do. So as you guys know, I normally use my AirPods when I stream. But the caveat about using AirPods is that for some reason, you know, I mean, it's probably just because Apple. My AirPods die like every 30 minutes whenever I use them. So I like tried switching over to this red like Bluetooth headphone set from Sony that I have, and like they work. And they lasted the whole 5-hour stream that the time I did Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. But it's like, you know those, so you know in-ear earbuds, like where there's no little like stick, you know, facing out, it's just like a little pod that you put in your ear. I feel like my ears don't really take to that shape well, and they kind of just fall off very easily. So it's been kind of annoying. Oh. See, and I also accidentally keep pushing the button so it just plays the thing that goes onto my ear. So I also got this. This wasn't the reason why I bought it. I bought it because I saw this during my trip with Kieran every single time we went to this store. but I thought these were so cute. I had to get them. Let me find a picture of them. I ordered these Cardcaptor Sakura basically AirPods. They're called Billy Pods from like Billy, I assume. They're super, super cute. They look like her Clow Wand. So it comes in this pretty case, and then if you look at them, like they look like the wand. I'm so obsessed with them. They're super cute, but this is my first time ever ordering on AliExpress, so let's pray that I get it and that they don't suck. I'm playing a new game, Monster Hunter Rise. Oh, I hope you have fun with it. Those are mad cute. I know, right? So I'm hoping they work. I don't think they're gonna be the best quality, but if they could be, you know, listenable, that would be great. Because then I could have them for, you know, here for my streaming earphones. Hopefully. But if not, you know, I got them online for like 30. So the thing is, I needed to buy them online because if I bought them at the store in person, they were charging like 70 for them. So I was just like, I'll take the hit. I mean, either way, it's the same earbuds, but it's the complaint, not the complaint. Like the thing everyone's like about is that it has to get shipped from China, so it's gonna take like 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to have cute earbuds, you know? Better turn you into a magical Kieran. I am magical already. Don't you know what my theme is, evil? The other really cute thing about this, I didn't buy them. But if I got the full set, I would have had this, which I thought was really, really, really cute. It came with a Kero-chan, like, holding bag. So you could put, like, the headphone case inside Kero-chan. I didn't get that, though, so unfortunately, he's not going to be voring my headphones. Right? If you look here, there's another one. I really wanted the full set because there's like an ear loop. So you would loop this onto the bottom of the headphone, and then Kero-chan is like a little clip-on earring. So you'd have like an accessory earring to go with your headphones. I didn't get that though, unfortunately. But I really, really, really hope that these headphones are like work and they're good. Oh no, Vor. Yep. Anyway. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to catch up on. Man, I always say I'm not gonna do a Zatsudan and then we Zatsudan. Anyways, yeah, let's just get to it. It's been a while since we played Ace Attorney. In fact, the last time I played it was on March 24th, and it is now April 9th. So let's go ahead. It is now time. Oh, I didn't even get to the trial yet. That's right! I had to do more investigations because you guys said it was gonna take a while. Alright, let's do this. I just remember, if you guys missed it, there's the orange man, you missed that, and then there's like a hot torpedo guy. I also completely forgot all the voices I gave everyone, so you know, bear with me. If you want some decent, inexpensive earbuds, you can try Skull. Oh, for sure. I trust Skull Candy with my life. They're dirt cheap, and they're like really, really good quality for the money that you pay for it. But like, I don't want wired ones. I want like wireless because I'm streaming, you know? I think having the wire would just be really irritating. Aru, hi, hey, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the head pat. Well, this sure is what did he call it? A sausage? No, wait! It was a pickle, and it's your pickle! I told you to stay in the room! I'm sorry. Not much else I can say. It's alright. Did Edgeworth kiss Phoenix yet? Edgeworth has not appeared yet in this game. How's Apollo Justice so far? He's great. He's super cute. How have you been? Top priority now is finding the body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags of chocolate snackers should do the trick nicely. You should watch your sugar intake, Ema. Ema, could you take a look at this? Just hold it right there. This is no time to be waving a bag of snackoos in my face. It's not a bag of snackoos. What's important is that Mr. Latus's body is missing. And we've got to find it! She'd be more convincing if she wasn't standing around eating her precious snackoos. Okay, so she does not want any of this right now. July 8th, 12:57 a.m. In the wings. Does something seem different to you, Apollo? Something is definitely different here. Let's check it out. I'm not sure that's all that important right now. Let's check out that thing in the middle of the stage. Huh? What? Oh. That stage there must have been lowered before. That's the tower that La Miroir and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on. Someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top. Maybe we should go get Ema. What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves. I'm not so good with heights. Stop whining and start climbing! Just got back from work? I did too! Hope you had a good day. It didn't look that high from below, really. When we got to the top, I felt every one of those 15 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. We found two things we were looking for. And one thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Machi Tobaye. July 8th, 10:09 a.m. Write Anything Agency. Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry. No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tobaye, the blind pianist. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Romain Latus. I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible. I guess they had proof of some kind. What proof could possibly... Morning. Prosecutor Gavin? What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at him like it's his fault either. It was tough for me, too. We performed together that night after all. Yet... The powers that be say that given the circumstances, it could have only been him. What do you mean by the circumstances? Lamiwa was invited from Borginia as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really. I didn't know Klavier was like a religious man. Well, those are circumstances, all right. But what makes Machi the only possible suspect? Forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution. The enemy. Ah, right. I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case. Especially not to the defense attorney. What did you just say? Me? The defense attorney? That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. He? You mean Machi? Machi wants me?
This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo! Let's get going!
Right! Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiwa. Right. Later. I hope I'm up to this. July 8th. Detention Center. Visitor's room.
Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
You said that already.
Machi, everything's gonna be okay. We're here for you.
Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night.
Huh?
That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known.
Maybe Lamiwa can help.
But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiwa.
Well, what are we gonna do?
That's, a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. Oh, that wasn't that much left for investigation. Yes! July 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Court is now in session for, how do I say that?
Machi Tobaye, Your Honor. The pixie of the arpeggio.
Right, his trial. Court is in session.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A-okay, Your Herr Judge.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My opening statement, yeah?
No, actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yes?
You say you're gonna visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them?
Eh?
I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm gonna visit someone who's terminally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son.
The Chief Justice?
His son is afflicted with a most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey! What are you looking at me like that for?
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
You're in luck, Air Judge. I believe you'll be going on to your hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Letouce, age 35. The global manager for diva songstress La Miroir. The cause of death? Blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Letouce's autopsy report added to the court record.
45 caliber? That's quite large, isn't it?
I don't know what that means.
A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse considering.
Crime photo added to the court record. 2 shots of vodka were fired. 1 shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene. Observe the diagram. Please tell me people here get the 2 shots of vodka meme. This is where the bullets hit.
I see. The court accepts this evidence.
2 shots of vodka.
We're talking about a 45 caliber revolver.
No, I don't. Oh, okay. This tangent's worth it. I promise it's funny. Before I steal too many content today, go ahead and just put...
You don't know this meme, Ginger?
Here, okay, everyone, it's 7 seconds long. Go watch that YouTube video. I'll give you 7 seconds while I go turn on my lights. She says to, for those of you that can't see the link, it's like this lady who says she's pouring 2 shots of vodka into her drink, and then she just like unloads the bottle of vodka onto her drink. Yeah.
We must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Yeah, apparently. Weapons that size have a powerful kickback. Going to Japan? We are in fact going to Japan, Jacob, and you can too. Once again, if I'm going to Japan at the end of this month, and in tradition, I'll be writing down the names of all subscribers and gift subs onto a shikishi board, almost as if we were doing a subathon, but without actually doing a subathon. So yeah, we'll do a stream where I write down everyone's names as well at the end of this month before I go on my trip. And yeah, there's no, like, it's not one set day. It's just if you guys choose to sub during the month of April, they'll qualify. But yeah, thank you for the care package, CV. Everyone, let's go ahead and stand up from our seats. Let's go on and go ahead and twist our bodies to the left. Twist our bodies to the right. Let's stretch our arms straight up to the sky. Let's roll out that right shoulder. Roll out the left shoulder. Very slowly, very gently, let's roll out that neck. Let's take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Thank you for taking care of me. Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
And the defense will take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. This dressing room has only one entrance, this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Ema, huh?
Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible!
Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person.
One person?
That is, of course, the defendant, Machito Baye.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime. But how?
Oh, it's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Very well. I assume you have testimony to back this claim. Please show the witness by the stand.
Your name and profession, please.
Ema Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. Was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Ema seems tired somehow.
Security at the concert, you say?
Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've even made bigger mistakes in my career, you know?
I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
In any case, because you were on the security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer.
Hey MA, I'm going to Japan. Ear and 97 light stick. Ear and 97 light stick. Ear and 97 light stick.
Hey MA, he can't even say hey ma. Congratulations, DC, you've earned yourself a trip to Japan. Just hop on aboard my shikishi. Thank you so much for 7 months in the Superstar Sub Club, I appreciate it. You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please.
All right.
Murderous circumstances.
The night of the murder was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved at the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went to the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was only the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Let's save our game.
Booyaka!
Hold it! The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was a detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
I thought exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from the rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
Well, isn't it obvious? My keys! That whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys! I couldn't ride my hog to the show, I couldn't open my guitar case!
There he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them? Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own!
What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect!
Love, slow acting and new. That Trocanine is waiting for you.
He's singing something.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top? Yes. The killing happened in the middle of my concert. My concert because I'm a superstar. Superstar. I was like a sailor, adrift on a sea of sound. You were also like a sailor because you were doing the... Do I still have it? Do I still have the SpongeBob? You were doing the... Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task. A sailor at a concert, it's Jimmy Buffett.
I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. What do you mean time on their hands?
Please, the testimony.
We were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Gee, great.
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So no other outsiders were there then.
And then...
I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
You were the one chatting. I was eating Snickers.
Huh? Hey, no snacking in court.
And you're sure the shots came from La Michoise's room? Yes, absolutely.
Hi, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this'll keep you quiet.
Thanks. So, how about it, Emma?
You were right. Yeah, hard to be mistaken about that.
Please either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
Rock.
Wearing yes.
when you say rock, are you referring, perhaps, to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
That's right. When we went into the dressing room. Music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
Oh, they pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear them when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud? You don't listen to the Gaviners with your ears. You feel it with your entire and I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
When we walked into the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
You could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi, including myself.
Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen. We know there was only one door exit from that room. The door. The small window only opened a tiny crack. And I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility. The air vent.
But that air vent was too small! Who could possibly?
Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through. Nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
A child. A child.
Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved in the concert were allowed.
And of all the people involved at the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
The defendant?
The pixie of the arpeggio flitted up toward the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
But that's just conjecture!
Oh? There was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know, Air Forehead.
And there is another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Ooh.
What? Why is my Spotify playing? No. I don't want Fiesta. You guys can't hear any of that, can you? Or did that, like, bleed through? The only thing worse than a musician. A child. No? Okay, good.
Traces that had been opened recently.
Wait, what?
And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Machi Tabaye's fingerprints.
What?
Order!
That air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, Air Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you?
Kieran! Hi.
Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our pixie.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience.
So this was his decisive evidence, huh?
Quite decisive indeed.
Hi. The tea fiddle's so cute.
I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution is a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of that crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could have possibly left the scene. Simple and decisive. Ugh. I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict, even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
It can't be over already.
Very well. I believe this trial is finished. The defense has no contradicting evidence.
The prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, so it's in orange, I definitely do. It better be clear and plain.
Apollo, you've got us on the ropes already. You better come up with something quick.
I know. Think. What's simple and clean? We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that...
Mr. Justice, you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case. If you do, you'd better tell us about it now, after you save your game.
This is it. And so soon. I messed this one up. It's all over. The court wants contradicting proof? Well, it would be la miroir, right? Let's call her up. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I'd swear on it in my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, A Truck of Nine, my love.
There he goes again.
That's too bad, because there was a witness!
Oh, really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I am the only one in the world who knows this! What's going on? I just talked to him, and now... He's alive! Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Oh, wait. Good. So good. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who is the witness?
The witness is silent. What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not.
What do you mean by that?
All we know is what Herr Forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
Jackson! You're a stinky piece of poo-poo garbage!
And it's the truth! He said it! I even told you about it! But apparently, you ignored me completely! It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear, contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty.
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for.
Ugh. He's being weird in the court with me right now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
Take that!
Let me raw.
Recall Mr. Latusse's last words.
Oh, the witness is siren. The siren? Uh-huh. He meant the siren.
That's right, the siren of the ballad, La Miroir. La Miroir was only on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Ema Sky's cross-examination. Please show La Miroir to the witness stand.
La Miroir would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today, we'll drag that story out of her, no matter what it is. Yes, Queen, drag her, slay her, hunty. It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom. I gave her like a yeehaw accent, right?
You're too kind.
Ah, you can speak English?
Yes, I can. Though I am not very good. There's much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it.
Huh? What does she mean she doesn't know? I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? La Miroir suffers from amnesia.
Amnesia?
La Miroir is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was giving it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on the stage. Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought.
As lauded singer La Miroir, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, La Miroir.
Thank you. Yet there's something I do not understand. I'm being called as a witness? Well, what might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
La Miroir, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you up here to testify. Yet that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
Oh my! Congratulations, Apollo! You're the bad guy!
Ugh.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
What I saw.
As for what I saw nothing.
End of testimony.
That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after that second set. And then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was when I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying. Well, there you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has sense to admit defeat and refrain from detaining her here any longer than need be.
Oh, wow! You just got better, Apollo! Way to go!
Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet.
La Miroir wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what. Apollo, bad guy. Apollo, stinky poo-poo garbage. What I saw.
Hold it!
But you must have seen something! Mr. Latouche named you!
Mr. Latouche? How can I tell you what I don't know?
La Miroir! He said you were a witness of with his dying words!
I do not know what he meant to say, but that night...
Hold it!
It was a great concert.
You heard me sing? Oh, thank you.
I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually, but, you know, you might be the killer, so maybe not.
Oh, of course.
Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me. Oh, one on my gavel would be nice.
Herr Judge,
What's this?
my autograph. Now keep this trial moving.
What? I don't want your stinky poo-poo autograph. Oh, actually, wait, my grandchild would be so happy.
Apparently his grandson's a bit fruity. Let us continue, shall we? If you would, La Miroir. Tell us what you did after your stellar performance. Judge Lore. Judge Lore. A. He has a Canadian cousin. B. His son might be gay.
Hold it!
You did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing?
I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing.
And was Machi with you at the time?
Unfortunately, I do not know where he was.
So much for an alibi for Machi. Apollo's so cute. With Machi, correct? How was he then?
He seemed as he always does. No, I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Latouche's death. Yet, it's not the time to show much emotion.
Yasmin, thank you so much for the care package. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and stand up from our seats. We're gonna go ahead and twist our bodies to the left. Twist our bodies to the right. Let's go ahead and stretch our arms straight up to the sky. Let's roll out that right shoulder. Let's roll out that left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Thank you for taking care of me.
He is not the type to show much emotion.
Yes, he's given the police no end of headaches. He answers his questions with silence, mostly, and those glinting frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far.
We sat there, waiting.
How was the incident explained to you?
I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Latouche died.
Of course, investigations require some security.
But Mr. Latouche was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Machi and I were beside ourselves with concern.
Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you.
Yes, I understand.
Think, what doesn't ring true about her testimony?
It's hard to imagine La Miroir lying.
She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. What wouldn't she tell me the night of the murder? No, wait. Found at the crime scene, Objection! What? Damn it. It was too good to be true to get it right on the first time. Oh, wait. Maybe on the first one? Maybe on the first one?
Objection!
There we go. Objection! I'm sorry, La Miroir, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not? Why, that's La Miroir's. She was wearing that for her song. Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin? What? This brooch was found after the murder took place! At the very scene of the crime! What? La Miroir, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And, as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night!
What is the meaning of this? La Miroir, please explain.
La Miroir? She says English is quite difficult. The trick's not gonna work here! Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer truly. But you've missed one important fact. What now? In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment. What? Why can Gavin speak Borginian? I mean, like, he totally can, but like, is there an explanation as to why? Think back to the moment of the crime. You know where I speak of. Is she really saying all that?
What's she talking about, Apollo?
This man does not miss any opportunity to take a jab at Apollo, huh? He's a hater. This man is a born hater. And you know what? I kind of can't help but respect him for that. Right when the incident occurred. Is she talking about that?
Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right. Understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Gold. It is so cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
The witness is silent.
Silent? How can a silent witness anything? Yikes! Ema? What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Ema, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No.
I could have sworn I heard a door close.
I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
So this was when your brooch dropped. That explains that.
It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it.
But that's ridiculous! You looked only in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch? Air forehead. He's raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that, though, is evidence.
So she looked in at the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. Just like you intend to save your game. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
Air forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed.
I closed the door immediately.
Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. La miroir. You did look into the room, though, right?
Yes?
Testify as to what you saw.
Very well, though it was only the briefest of glimpses.
Ooh, we have the thingy.
Hold it!
What did you see in that brief glimpse?
I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice.
And shut the door.
I've always wondered, Air Forehead, does that voice of yours lack a volume knob? It's my cords of steel, man! Just back off! Him and his cords of steel. He's such a nerd. Imagine that was my VTuber trait. I'm just a guy, except I have cords of steel. I don't think I do, though, because I don't have that great control over everything, right? Wait, hold on. My cords of beef. Beef surpasses all. My cords of schmeat? Does her boob twitch? Maybe it's not this one. The text crawls faster in the HD release. I remember the original text was so slow. Really? Okay, so it's not her hands then. Not her eyes. Can you say it again? Slowly. As I stare at your collarbone. One syllable a second? Oh gosh. Come on, Queen, give me something. No? I almost missed Psyche Locks. It's so hard to, like, find the thing, you know? Wait, is that it? She was ventriloquisting it?
Gotcha!
Gotcha! Oh, her thrussie! The late Mr. Latouse's body, you say?
Yes?
You know something more about Mr. Latouse's death than you're saying.
What?
Hi Kieran, how are? Oh my god, and I lol.
How oh my god, and I lol. Sleepy Ash, thank you so much for 9 months in the Superstar Sub Club. Congratulations on your sub, baby. And thank you for supporting the trip to Japan at the end of this month. I am doing good. I'm doing a lot better now. Hope you're doing well. How have you been doing? I had a pretty rough week last week, but now I'm doing a lot better, so I'm happy to be here with you all.
What?
I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes.
It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latouse have to be shot?
One moment, la miroir.
Yes?
What is it that you just said? Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot?
Yes?
She was hiding something. I knew it! La miroir. I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
How could that be?
Take this! La miroir contradicted her own testimony, and I have. Fuck! I can't save my game! No! I fucked up! No, did I give the badge? I hit the wrong button. Don't look at me. Oh? My save? Listen! Don't you want to see my shiny attorney's badge?
Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
I actually don't know what evidence I need to show. I'm not smart. I'm not that smart. My parents have always been telling me that for years. That I'm not smart.
Take that!
This silence in between loading the game speaks so much. I came to say goodnight before bed, but are you okay? No. I'm stupid. But thank you so much, Man Clan. I hope you have a good sleep. Take care. And also welcome in. Tell me, La Miroir, how did you know he had been shot?
Well,
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene! This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court... Take care, Sleepy Ash. No one told me anything about that incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yet you knew that Mr. Latouche had been shot. How could you have known? York!
La Miroir! You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope.
That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Now I remember. Please, Allow me to add to my testimony.
Of course. All we want to know is the truth.
She looks kind of pale, huh?
She saw something. I know it. Even the victim said so.
I saw bullet holes in the wall and knew Mr. Latouche had been shot.
Only a glimpse, yet you knew they were bullet holes?
Yes, I recognized them immediately. I've seen bullet holes before, you know. Just like the ones you're about to have right now.
Imagine. You've traveled the world as a singer. You must have sung in places far more dangerous than our country. I feel like our country is one of the most dangerous. I don't know what you're talking about, Klavier.
I go where my voice is needed. Those places are many these days. That's really cool. I hope I get to travel like La Miroir someday.
I plan on recording my next album overseas. Their studies have a different sound, you know, or their studios have a different sound, you know. Maybe I should go on a Chords of Steel tour as well. Apollo goes on tour, but all he does is just yap and yell, "Objection! Objection!" You know? And people pay to see that. Would you pay to see that?
Objection!
I would pay. La Miroir. They call you the siren of the ballad. But lies are hardly becoming of such a creature.
Are put down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
I love me a good old yapper. All right, everyone, fess up. Raise your hand if you would pay to watch a twink yap.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah? Come on, can't I be cool for once? Observe the diagram. La Miroir, you looked in from the door for just a moment. I'm subbing to watch you yap. I regret to inform you that I am not a twink hero, and you know that because you've seen me IRL. Correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in that room, yes. But they were in the wall. The door is on. You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room. You can be a twink if you want. Hero, you know that's the last thing I want to be. You couldn't have seen those bullet holes!
Yuck!
La Miroir.
Yes?
Yeah! Yeah! You sound like a Korok.
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you've been holding back something.
And I must tell you? I must tell you what it is that I saw?
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded, and I'm certain it will be on the news in Virginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing. Yeah, and I believe you're an absolute stinky poo-poo piece of garbage, Klavier! But she knew how Mr. Latouche died! And he named her as a witness! You must have seen something, La Miroir! I'm sorry. I think it helps that I don't like Klavier's design.
La Miroir, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall.
Oh, before I do that, can I go and what I saw too? Can I go and like get a snack really fast? Can I go get a snackoo? I'm gonna save my game. I'll leave you here with Kieran. No? Klavier's a hater and Kieran's being a hater? Oh, listen. Hold on. Oh no. Fate Eden. How dare you? You're not even on the stream right now, and you sent me ammo! The fuck is going on? I'll have you know, May. This is what I got sent in my DMs. Anyways, BRB. Just in time, you bitch! How dare you send that to me? I have a tangerine for now. I'll have more later, but for now, tangerino time. Kieran paused smiling while there's a gun on the screen and Lemmy was looking stressed. No. The blushing pincer in the first reply. Oh my god. Are they gonna kiss? No, because I'm gonna kiss them first.
There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, lady. Oh, shit. Hold on. I forgot I'm playing on Switch. I tried clicking on the screen to, like, advance the text, but I'm on Switch.
There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
2 shots of vodka.
But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown man person. I know it was.
So you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say? Can't be anyone on Twitter.com.
This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, Air Forehead.
Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about La Miroir. What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong.
Huh?
Welcome in, Princess Emily. What I saw, too.
Hold it!
What? So you were headed toward the dressing room?
Yes.
So this is a little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped her brooch. About the same time Ema and I heard those shots.
I was on my way back.
Hold it!
What exactly is something like a little window?
Yes, well... In men's bathrooms sometimes, a window's the best word I know in English. I think this is how it was said, yes.
You need not worry, La Miroir. Your choice of words is impeccable. There's a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps the defense remembers this detail. That little window on the wall.
I saw the crime from there.
But that wouldn't work though, because it's a small little latch one. It doesn't open all the way.
Objection!
Oh, can we not use that? Doesn't it look like one of those windows that it's one of those windows, right, where it only cracks open, it doesn't like open all the way?
Right?
I guess the picture doesn't really allude to that, huh?
Hold it!
You're certain you heard 2 shots fired?
Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This was when I heard a faint sound, like a gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. That's when I heard the second gunshot much closer.
And there were 2 bullet holes at the scene. No contradictions so far.
It all happened on the other side of that window. There was nothing I could do.
Hold it!
It wasn't Machi who shot. Are you sure?
Yes, quite certain.
It amuses me that you would question her testimony. It is testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object?
Yeah, Apollo, what were you thinking?
Trucy, let's just listen to what La Miroir has to say. Can you tell me how you were so sure?
Yes, of course. You see...
Hold it!
A grown person? That's a little vague.
I'm sorry. My skill with your language is, lacking, I know.
Certainly, you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female, or possibly even non-binary.
It was a man. A young man.
And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
Voice?
Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice. But wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latouche?
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latouche who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you were at the window and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't Machi.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
Though it pains me to say this, there's something about La Miroir's testimony that rings false.
Bravo, forehead. You're colder than I thought.
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lamigua has to be lying.
I know. And I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting.
It is as their forehead says. Yet this is not the only contradiction within her testimony.
What next? What is he talking about?
Lamigua, I understand why you would want to protect Machi. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad, and lies do not become such a creature. What does the prosecution mean?
Apollo, what's he talking about?
No one bats an eye when he says stuff like that.
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well.
The state of the room?
Yes, when the murder took place. That window was closed. Find it hard to believe that you could hear a voice through it.
What? But I'm sure.
Lamigua, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser.
But she's the only eyewitness we have!
So you say. The victim named her. The siren as the witness.
That's right! That's what Mr. Latouche...
We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility. And it brought us to this. Herr Judge! Yes?
The prosecution requests that the witness be executed. Oh wait, be excused.
Please? I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lamigua can't testify...
I bet we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case. Danke. Now where were we? Ah, yes, I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective again.
Wait! Let me hear Lamigua's testimony one last time!
But the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance.
Good day, Kieran. It's... How do you pronounce this? Pronunciation. Eidolfiter. Eidolfiter. What would you say? Like, just happy Eidolfiter? Let me know. But either way, thanks for stopping by. At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Air Forehead? I hope I didn't just miss my only chance. Fraulein Detective, how far have we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted?
Don't ask me!
Wait,
Don't ask me!
I dislike saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
If you would, Miss Sky.
I feel like my Australian's slipping. Let me pull up a clip of Babe in Bondi really fast. Wait, no, where's a clip of just Babe in Bondi? Instant Hotel. Where are the contestants now? 5 years ago. Oh my god, was Instant Hotel that long ago? Oh, what the hell? This is like a text-to-speech AI voice. No. Give me the actual Babe in Bondi. Why are they not on YouTube? It's like everything about them is just erased from the internet because the show's not even on Netflix anymore. The Pillars. Australia needs to see this place.
Hearing their reactions, it meant a lot. I was completely overwhelmed.
Holy shit. No. Everyone will be asking. I love a big deck. Of course, my tuning words. I love a big deck. National Park. Okay. Brian probably has a whole stock. Brian just recorded the whole show before it got removed. Imagine. I don't think he actually did, but you know.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latusse's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Oh, yes, there was only one door in the room. And the witness, you, was standing in front of it.
He always has the perfect screenshot ready to go, so I wouldn't put it past him. It's true.
That air vent isn't very big, see? Kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved in the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
It does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh? What's that? I love that Klavier is trying to act all high and mighty like some hot shit when we literally witnessed him memed up with that orange spray tan with his guitar catching on fire and catching him in 4K throwing a Kieran fit in front of everyone in the entire venue. And he's still gonna act like this.
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre.
She's right. Why did Mr. Latusse's body disappear from the room and end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less. A perceptive observation, fair judge.
Thanks. It's kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough, you get a nose for things.
The judge sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer? The missing body.
I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamioquois' song. No one in the country had a motive to kill the victim. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. All this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Lamioquois' song? Yes. The guitar serenade. You noticed its code too, did you not? It's code. All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song. First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latusse's life was taken by a bullet. The rest hardly needs explanation, except I didn't read all of it, so yes. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad! It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
I admit, I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were.
Hey, you know I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs, but killing?
It's a wild world out there, Judge.
Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. The cross-examination.
I'm not so sure I'm gonna be doing much singing. The missing body. Hold it! Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics?
I didn't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence.
It is as if Fraulein Detective says. Let us begin with the first verse. You would, Fraulein Detective?
What? You want me to sing it?
You are the witness, yeah? Or do you want me to sing? I warn you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial. Trey Calvin, thank you so much for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in.
Fine.
La 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 la, can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about. The first Australian singer I thought it was Kylie Minogue.
Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we?
Oh, I should listen to Kylie Minogue talk to get into an Australian mood.
When you stole away the keys my heart held on for so tight.
Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped key ring was stolen that morning.
Next, we go to the right page of the lyrics sheet, where we find, burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all the way.
No! Wait! They played it again?!
As we know, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames. Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away, all away. Mr. Latusse's life was taken by a bullet.
Bravo, Fraulein Detective. You're singing. It's not too bad. Now for the finale. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Lettuce. You think when Klavier sings, he sings like, I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn doorknob? Or like, there's a place off Ocean Avenue where I used to sit and talk with you. We were both 16 and he felt so right. Oh God, he does now. Rolling around at the speed of sound. I've got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. What's fun with a guitar? I'm the sky over the stage. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived.
He's right, scientifically speaking.
What would Waki have said? That concert was whack.
It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that.
1 second, guys. BRB. LOL, there's no music, so I just left you guys here. Dinner was ready. Dinner's lumpia.
Yay!
Yummy. Welcome back.
It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that. Anyway, the shooter.
Oh, well, take care, Sleepy Ash.
What? What?
Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do all this?
You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason.
A deep reason. Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar. Unforgivable acts, even if he had a reason. And worse if he had none.
But Diva's complaints aside, Diva mentioned. I just can't imagine someone doing this on just a whim.
I'm not a lawyer, I'm a diva.
Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say.
Yes, this crime was planned for sure.
But Mr. Latou spoke English! He may have come to this country before!
I looked into that, I assure you.
Wait,
I looked into that.
wait.
I looked into that, I assure you.
Oh.
It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own.
Great. You see, no one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such an elaborate fashion.
It does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt.
What did you just say? Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song?
Of course not. And I am quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music. It is on your For You on Twitter.com and on their front page on Spotify.
Not even my textbook at school.
I never heard of them. What does that say about me, huh?
I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy.
Oh my god, Klavier is like so bratty today. What do you mean by his signature?
The bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
A dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. It can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It's not very COVID compliant, I'd say so. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No. You can't be serious.
Machi! He can't see! That's why he missed! It's the only explanation that makes sense! He used sound and other senses to fire the gun! Poorly.
Welcome in, Ryu. Hope you're doing good today. Thanks for stopping by. That reminds me. The monitor in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tackling by sound. Or tracking.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think justice. What do I do now? I sit back and I eat more lumpia. I was just thinking. So, my friend wants to try it. She's Mexican. She wants to try Mexican food in Japan. And I was like, I'm not really a good judge of Filipino food, but I was thinking, is there Jollibee in Japan? Oh, there is. If there is, maybe I'll try finding one. Please tell me there's one in Tokyo. Then I can give a report about Jollibee in Tokyo. But also there's like this people think that I'm Jollibee's biggest fan. I'm not really. It's food, it's good, but wait, what? There's Filipino food, but there's no Jollibee in Tokyo specifically. Open all day? That'd be interesting. I'll report back to you guys. Don't worry. I will make sure to give you guys a whole food log. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Oh? How so? Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Machi Tobaye, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would have thrown off his arm.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Ha! Take that, smug prosecution!
Apollo?
Huh? What?
That bit about Machi being tiny and the gun throwing off his aim? Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Oh. Case closed, everyone. I want to see where this goes. Apollo did it, not me. Does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point. Yark! Cripes! I really put my foot in it this time. But let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony.
Right.
I need to get some... I need to get a drink. I'm so sorry for just leaving my body so many times, but I need to get a drink, so BRB. Damn it, we only have orange juice. I also leave my body when I need to get a drink.
Will you head pat me while I was gone? What about while I'm here, huh?
Just kidding.
Hold it!
You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall! I think I've proven that! Thank you.
I wouldn't call it
Take that! Per se? Huh? You've merely raised a possibility. Yeah. Fraulein Detective has made a most logical conjecture based upon that evidence.
Of course, there's more evidence than just bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the air vent.
Objection!
But wait! If he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place?
Aha, a very good point. Well, Fraulein Detective, if you would care to explain.
Oh, he certainly seems sure of himself.
Recall the crime scene if you would.
Oh my god, I just realized me eating on stream is just me being Emma. This is my snack ooze.
There was a stepladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents.
I don't believe it.
Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Mochi Tabaye. He would have known that there was a way out at the top of that stepladder.
But that's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You could have figured it out for yourself. You only needed to consider what that stepladder was doing there.
Looks like the defense's objection has been squished by a stepladder.
Well there, forehead. Out of ammunition, perhaps?
I've never seen Prosecutor Gavin so... aggressive. Maybe he's caught the scent of blood. Maybe he's caught the scent of... an Omega.
Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see.
Why did Moo just like, Omega, where?
That'll put him in his place.
Proving the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of their central points. Do I have any evidence that could prove that, though? Ears peaked. I hear there's that Omegaverse anime out now. The mixing board? I'm scared. No, it's supposed to be like really wholesome. Like it's like a domestic family. Cute. Wait, wasn't there that headset that was outside the room? Let's see what happens if I say no need. I can't think of anything that proves the shooter could see.
Your face does not exactly project confidence.
Maybe you should just accept it and move on. Apollo, grow a backbone!
Very well, the witness may continue her testimony.
I couldn't even get a word in Edgeworth.
This doesn't look so good, does it, Apollo?
No, it doesn't.
What do we do?
First, we don't panic. Even though Machi's case is leaking water by the gallon, Gavin's on a roll, and it's up to me to stop him. I don't think I actually had evidence, so I feel like I made the right choice. I think it was a trap. How could he move the body, though, if he's small? I've had allergies all day. My nose has been runny. I'm drinking orange juice, and it's actually helping. I could have sworn I took my vitamin C this morning, though. Do we really have evidence? It is a long point, so I feel like there is something we can do. Fine, I accept the prosecution's challenge. As I knew you would have, forehead. What exactly am I up against here? The prosecution's saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Suddenly, another lyric page falls out, and it's like, love is blind. Is it really because it says sightseeing museum? Wait, but the shooter hit. Therefore, Machi, who's blind, did it.
The defense will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturns the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't see.
Take that!
This is that evidence!
A photograph of the crime scene.
The real Alarica, thank you so much for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in. I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. This is no time to think twice. Don't think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There's something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point. Welcome in, Alarica. If there's any Konstellations here, can we please give them a warm welcome for being new here in the chat? Then perhaps you'd best show us there's some... Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah?
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice. The contradiction at the scene of the crime is...
Literally the shot on his back.
Take that!
Look! The contradiction's right there, plain as day!
Your finger is a force of weight.
Wait, what? What? You don't see the shot on his back?
Oh, hell no.
Damn it. Yeah, Apollo, stop yapping.
Take that!
I'm eating an apple now. Also very yummy. Wait, let me save my game so I don't have to do this again. I thought it was the shot. Here?
Take that!
Ah! Oh, but... I think your reaver is on. You don't think you know. Is it this like Great Ace Attorney Bloodstain? What are you looking for again? A boyfriend. The contradiction is right here.
Smeared bloodstains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision. But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head. Much like a gesture I've seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something. Aha! I get it! At least I think I get it.
Get what, Fraulein?
When Mr. Latouche was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write it in but his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here. It also happened in the Great Ace Attorney 1 Adventures.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion. Drat! I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's all rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I. No one's killed anyone before, right?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this? You agree that this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out? What's your point? What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latouche was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was.
Wait. This really is just a stream where everyone's brain is like,
Once he saw what it was.
but what did you just testify about the shooter?
I said they were blind. Ah!
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that! The killer had to have been able to see! Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant, Machie Tabaye, couldn't have been the shooter! Nor is blind! Impossible!
Order! 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 Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means! I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet, up until now...
It seems I owe the court an apology. The Gaviners are a band with a law enforcement tie, yet a murder occurred during our concert. Apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't. And he's about to tell us.
Good morning, Haku.
I've got an idea.
Heaven or hell, baby? Let's rock!
These documents. But before that, I have a question for Fraulein Detective.
If I may.
What?
Tell me, why do you think that Machi Tobaye is blind, huh?
Huh?
What did he say?
What are you saying? Of course he's blind!
Of course.
But he's the blind pianist, right? So... He's... doesn't blow me high hand in my... He'll eat him by the hand all the time?
No way. I have a report here on the defendant, Machi Tobaye. According to this, Machi Tobaye can see perfectly well.
What?
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well.
But you said...
What did I say exactly? Therefore, Head, not once in this course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did was Fraulein Detective.
But that's...
A significant fact, yes. Consider, Machi Tobaye sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vents. I see no problems with this.
Why do you reveal this? At such a convenient time for you? Huh?
But what about the holes in the wall?
Yes, the bullet hole. I believe her forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the .45 caliber revolver.
Yeah, updated autopsy report electric boogaloo. It's true.
A simple accident, in other words. How's that, huh? I'm afraid your objection has flown off her brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins.
Yarg! Oh shit, not enough screenshot space! Oh, fuck! Oh, god damn it. Well.
I knew you didn't have what it took.
You Jack? Just what was I in here for? Comic relief?
1,000 on Apollo? Yeah, what do I have here? Whatever could I have here? Oh, I have this one because the text was funny. I think a lot of these are whenever they say the word panty. Why do I have one of just the gavel? Yeah, of course I need these ones. Oh, are these all... Is it all just Phoenix? I got like a good 900 of Phoenix? Wow, that photo mode was so generous to me. All right. Valid, good. Why did he screenshot this? Oh, the illustrator, Takuro Fuse. Yeah, I needed to screenshot that. I needed to screenshot that too. Gotta get some... Ginger saw me whip out the screenshots and was like, I gotta get out of here before this takes another 2 hours. Good night.
Yeah, apologize.
Oh, sorry. That's a lot of photos? I think I could have more. I think I have like 10,000 in Great Ace Attorney. At 3,000, my bad. I should probably clear out some of these.
That's no way to apologize.
He's angered the Trucy now. Look out. Nearly 3K in Engage. Okay, but did you guys not have fun playing Engage with me? If we could please end the bickering now.
Whatever. I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
And your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Ugh, don't say that. What?
This blood stain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
It seems to be what happened, yes?
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Really? You can do that?
That's right, with this. It's called luminol. Maybe you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Yes. Have we done those tests yet?
Huh, as if I'm going to tell you.
The blood stains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now.
Right, go for it, Apollo.
Huh? I have to do the test?
You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. Use your Nintendo DS touchscreen.
A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere. Stolcio, thank you so much for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it.
I have to do the test?
How else will we make use of this Nintendo DS? Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just press the A button to spray an area. Yeah, give it a try.
The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
Apollo, your hand's shaking.
Let's do this. What does it say? Who's that blonde guy? He looks familiar. I don't know. Some poo-poo stinky caca. Wow, it really works.
This must be the power of science. It says IPXX314206. Is that the killer's name?
Wait. Go Sai XXD. It was a robot.
Maybe it is.
I have it. So what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
Yes. Most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number? Thank you for the kind words, Tultio. Can we please give them a warm welcome for being new here in the chat? Why would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that? Good show, Fraulein Detective. Rock on. Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately.
Darian, you there? Come up to the witness stand. What the hot torpedo, man?
Darian, you heard what we need. Go check into this Interpol ID number. Oh, okay.
Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No. Give me 27. I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. If this number is really that of an Interpol agent.
Oh, wait, I know. What if Machi Taraye is really an undercover Interpol agent?
That would be a possibility.
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Latouche know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time while we await Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machi Tobai. What are you talking about? How much did you miss of this playthrough? We are like halfway through the game. Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
You had me until the last bit.
Does this not raise a rather straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see?
Exactly. It makes sense. Little sense. What do you think, Air Forehead?
Huh? Me?
Machi Tobaye pretended he was blind. You know why?
How could he know? Wait. Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
He's known from the start of this trial. He's been leading us on this whole time! Is something wrong? You think perhaps this is all some kind of game? Know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
I suppose people who've sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does that have to do with anything? There was a reason why Machi Tobaye pretended to be blind. And it wasn't for his own sake. Get the picture now? It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign?
Fuck! It's the postcard, the sightseeing. Machi had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means no, it couldn't be. Good show, Air Forehead. Seems you've thought of something. Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take cues from this guy. Very well. Look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. Take that!
That is La Miroir.
La Miroir and Machi Tobaye. Recall their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country.
La Miroir and his pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk away all the way over there with him.
That's right, because he was, quote-unquote, blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times.
And we've just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Machi could see! Why did they have to keep up this act this whole time?
Well, wasn't it part of their, performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Machi did not need to be led by the hand at all. That could only mean one thing.
Really?
Really. It was the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was La Miroir!
What's this? So you mean to say that La Miroir is... she's...
Yes, Your Honor. La Miroir is blind! Wait, what?
What?
Order! 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 This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin.
Is it now?
Please shed some sanity on this madness!
I was not expecting that!
The defense has made an outrageous claim!
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see it's not that vast in vain. This time, he's quite correct.
But that makes no sense!
Yeah, wasn't he supposed to be the landscape painter and sound or something?
Well, since we have her here, why not ask La Miroir herself? I believe she's still in the witness waiting room.
Apollo, what does this mean for her case?
Don't ask me. I have no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now.
Bailiff, bring in La Miroir!
La Miroir. Pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way.
and yet I must.
Please, do not be concerned on my behalf.
Those eyes. She really can't see? Really?
It is true. How funny it is that a tiny lie born in the Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are.
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamiwa. No too that my memories began in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamiwa.
I see.
You may recall me saying something toward the beginning of this trial. Forehead.
Huh?
What's that? I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses. Now, Lamihua, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes?
Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you, except that's exactly what I did. May I begin, Your Honor?
Yes, of course. Though I admit, I am a little lost here.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. Lamihua's eyes.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So, silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
Lamihua?
Me when I spread misinformation on the internet on purpose.
Take care, have a good lurk. Yeah, I feel like Klavier would find out she's blind right away if he tried having her read the lyrics and she couldn't read the lyrics.
What? This is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see. As a VTuber, I have to be lore compliant at all times, and I can never have any mention of my past life. No matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would...
She told us the truth in the beginning, when she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I'd like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to ask?
There's one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it's best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However, be aware that this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay. There was only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy. She has no memory of the light. We have to take her to the right place on twitch.tv.
Hold it!
So you don't know why you went blind?
I I did not. I may have been born I may have been born this way. I'm beautiful in my way, and I make no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born.
She's ready for Pride Month. It's fruitless to attempt to pry into her past. And I might add, it's a delicate subject.
I'm not sure we can reasonably expect Mr. Justice to do so anything delicately.
Hey! Why, I oughta... Take a deep breath. Calm down.
What I am now is all that I have. It is enough, I think.
Weren't you nervous to hit the stage in your condition?
No, not at all, surprisingly. It felt natural, singing in front of everyone.
It's not something anyone can do.
She has talent, that much is quite clear.
But
Might even say she's beloved by the gods of music.
even without light, I live perfectly happy in my world of sound. If that isn't talent, as you say, then I thank the gods responsible.
What about your PR motto? Perhaps your music reminded him of the Virginian scenery.
No, it was quite the opposite.
The opposite?
According to my producer, my music has a certain global quality.
Global?
Multicultural, if you will, hard to pin to one region. When people listen to it, they picture the country closest to their hearts. Which is why my music has reached so many. What a lovely story.
It's just like Avril Lavigne when she released Girlfriend in like 8 different languages. Sounds like this producer might have known what he was doing after all.
My songs are nothing more than a white canvas. To me, the real landscape painters are the listeners. When I think of that, I do not mind how much I am represented the world so much. Yet one thing quickly led to another.
Was that to protect your image as the landscape painter and sound?
That does not matter so much to me, really. But the label is quite concerned about it, I think. A landscape painter who can't see? That's like a pianist who can't play, huh?
I'm not sure you can compare your daddy to Lamacroix.
The world of commercial music is filled with these little white lies, just like how your K-pop bias is never gonna be your boyfriend. Nothing's sacred when it comes to publicity, and also don't forget that they're all dated behind the scenes.
When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Letus?
Of course, he was my manager.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You're thinking of when you discovered the body, yes?
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was. He's alive! Mr. Letus, can you hear me?
Good. So good. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Letus. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is the silent.
Mr. Latouche told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind!
I don't know.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There's no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness. Siren. We've heard them many times, along with a little play acting by our defense.
I remember them well myself. But that statement is not what I refer. I mean what he said before that.
Before? What came before that? Ah!
Right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
Too bad the defense did not. Well, there, forehead. Try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time.
Order! Order!
Thank you. Recall Lamiroir's earlier testimony.
I was on my way from the stage to the backseat exit. There were 2 shots of vodka. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that.
That is not the most important point here. The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through that window. Why else would he have named her as the witness?
But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots in the man's voice.
Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We've already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know in an instant.
Your Honor! What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in a session here?
We have the results back from the investigation!
Investigation?
Ah, the Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescent, your report, please.
I asked the Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find the answer intriguing. Quick work as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is it the defendant a secret agent?
IPXX 314206. The agent registered under that number was Romain Latouche.
What? Robert the Gamer, welcome in.
Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation.
So, when he wrote those letters,
He was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away.
Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent. So him being Lamiroir's manager.
it's just a cover, most likely.
There's one other important detail I found.
Well, out with it.
It concerns that .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms. The registration number on the revolver matched.
So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything.
It's got to tie in somehow, you think?
Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Hold it! Wait!
L'ami-hua! Is something the matter?
That voice just now!
Darian.
Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him.
You aren't sane.
That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him! It was Mr. Darian! No, don't say it! No.
Is this some kind of joke?
What?
No way.
The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state. The trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. L'ami-hua. Fingering Darian Crescent. Why do you say that? Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice that L'ami-hua heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey, no whipping out now, Apollo!
All right, this is the perfect time to end because I am getting sleepy. And it looks like we're going straight into another investigation too. So, yeah. All right, I saved my game. I'll save it again for good measure. Because that's what good measures do. Return to the games menu. I like that it asks you if you want to go on or not because it knows that I want to go to sleep. But anyways. That's right! You guys can hear the new Zatsudan theme. So I have a new Zatsudan theme that I can swap in between in and out of depending on what I'm feeling like, but this was done by the same person who did the original Zatsudan theme, Hyori sensei. So yeah. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you for the company. If you guys are new here, please be sure to keep up on all the socials on Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Atelier Kieran. And if you guys want to join the Discord, the link is available down there. Welcome for anyone to join as long as you guys are over the age of 18. But you guys better be adults if you're watching the stream, or else. Thank you for the stream. Have a nice night. You guys too. Thank you guys so much for your company. It's always super, super, super appreciated. You guys are always super sweet. And I'm feeling a lot better now, so there will be more streams. I don't think I'm going to have any schedule for this week. It's just kind of like whenever I feel like streaming. But I think I should be able to stream tomorrow. What will we be playing tomorrow? I don't know. Whatever I feel like. But yes, thank you guys. Very cozy theme. Yeah. I wanted a nice casual like Zatsudan theme that would just be really easy to listen to while we chat and stuff, right? So I still have the original one. So if I want to, I could just turn off this one and then I can turn on this one. But yeah, I like this one because it is chiller, so it's different. But also, I feel like Hyori Sensei really captured like he still captured my theme of like magic and all that. Like you can hear with the instruments, it feels very magical, right? But yeah, more themes to come. I definitely still want to commission an Ace Attorney style theme to go with these streams. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Let's see. All right, Clover is currently playing Honkai Star Rail, so let's go ahead and send her some love. We're gonna send you guys over to Clover Kiyomi. No, not Kiromi, Kiyomi. She's playing through the Honkai Star Rail MSQ, so please send her some love. If you guys are fans of Danheng and handsome Ikemen boys, then you guys will love her company because she is a rabid lover too. If you guys can, send her some love with hiya hey hey. If you have access to the emotes, let's send her some blinkies as well. I'm glad you guys like the new theme as well. Yeah, we'll definitely be using this, and we'll be swapping between here and there. But yeah, I'll see you guys, if not tomorrow, sometime soon. Maybe on Twitter. Until then, take care of yourselves. Have a great evening. Get some good sleep. And I love you. Otsu, Kieran! Good night.